You really think someone would do that? Just go on the internet and tell lies?
Yes, I do. And I have the proof. But first, hi, my name's Kenna, and welcome back to another episode of Me Talking, aka me spreading misinformation. You might be wondering why I am currently in a storage closet. I am visiting family right now, so I am stuffed in the only area that was available. Speaking of things that are from the past and that I have no business being in anymore, Facebook. Facebook is pretty much no man's land at this point. It is some secret third option between purgatory and hell. It's pretty much been overrun by these god-awful AI posts. They're so uncanny, and yet somehow people believe them.
We are quintuple from China and we turned 88 today. We are waiting for your congratulations.
Happy birthday, you all look alike.
I feel like if you've ever commented on one of these posts, happy birthday, you should have your voting rights taken away. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of these pages because it's really easy to just churn out this garbage. But the one that I've chosen to focus on today is called Living Stories. And let me tell you, these stories, they aren't from the living. They're from AI. So today I'm going to show you some of my favorite articles from them so that you can be informed. You'll want to like this video and share so that a loved one can see. Workers pulled chained cage from endless well. They turn pale when they realize what's inside. In a routine preventative check on Farmer Markswell's property, well inspectors Lisa and James stumbled upon a mysterious cage within one of the wells. What is a well inspector? Making sure no kids fall in? Also, taking away jobs from the dogs. They only have so much they can do. Well inspector, actor, dirty snitch, filthy pig, man's best friend, the diligent inspectors, while assessing the well for potential issues, noticed an unusual object submerged within. To their amazement, the object turned out to be a cage containing sealed bags overflowing with stacks of cash. Farmer Markswell, equally bewildered, denied any knowledge or involvement with the contraption. Look at him. That's an innocent man. No guilty man would do this. Upon closer inspection, it became apparent that the bags were sealed to protect the money from water damage. Wow, good job with the inspection there, guys. I'm glad we have such observant and diligent well inspectors on the case. They put money in plastic bags instead of just putting it directly into the water? That must be to protect it from the water. Subsequent inquiries and a police investigation unveiled that a local gang member was responsible for stealing the money and concealing it in the well, leading to the swift arrest of the perpetuator and the return of the substantial sum of money to its rightful owners. How did they find the perpetuator? Wait, hold on. I feel like they skipped a lot of details there that I would like to know about. Follow-up question, how did they find out who the money belonged to? It's just like a stack of bills in a plastic bag. That's more than likely gang or drug related, right? Are they just giving refunds to the people who purchased drugs? Or did they put out a lost and found ad? Hey guys, we found all this money. Did anyone lose a lot of money recently? Oh shoot, yeah, that's mine. Yeah, just the other day I was walking and I must have dropped like $10,000. This unexpected turn of events serves as a stark reminder of the unforeseen challenges faced by well inspectors. I would like to know more about the unforeseen challenges a well inspector faces. I feel like it's just a lot of kids falling in. Okay, so this photo, obviously, it didn't come from Farmer Marks's well. In fact, I'm beginning to suspect Farmer Marks might not even exist. I did reverse Google image search it, and I found out it came from the Grand Canyon. It was excavated there, which I don't know. That might be clickbait too. I didn't do that diligent of research into it. I'm not a well inspector. I could never make it as one. But it's clear it's not from this story. If we pretend that it's from this story, I want to know, why did the gang members put their money in such an elaborate box? Why not just put it in a normal safe? Why did they put it in a chest that looks like it's a prop from Indiana Jones? All right, good news, guys. I just found $10,000. Oh wow, that's amazing. I think some guy dropped it. We're gonna want to hide this before the police come looking. Any suggestions? Farmer Marks has a well, and do you remember when that kid fell in? They didn't find him for like 5 days. No one's looking in there. Do you remember the last time we hid money in a well? It got water damaged. It got water damaged. Unless we put the money in plastic bags to protect it from the water, and then put it in a box. I actually have a box. Yeah, it's this old box that we inherited from my great-great-great-grandma, and everyone in my family has been too scared to open it because they think that it will either have a mummy or that it will curse them when they open it. So if we had the money in there, no one's gonna want to open that. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I think we should be good. Hopefully no well inspectors come and thwart our evil plans with their diligent efforts. I was the only one present at my grandmother's birthday. After seeing her tears, I decided to teach my family a lesson. I think that's an interesting title because what happens in the story is not that at all. Lexi's decision to welcome her husband's parents into her mother's home initially seemed like a gesture of compassion. Lexi made the decision for her mother. She's old, they're old. They got a lot in common. They'll keep each other company. When Lexi's in-laws, Jessica and Roger, became homeless. Jessica and Roger? Are her in-laws Jessica and Roger Rabbit? That makes the story 10 times funnier to imagine because you're an old lady, right? And you're just trying to relax in the house that you worked your entire life just to pay off. And suddenly, your daughter drops 2 cartoon characters on your doorstep and says, take care of them. And one of them is Roger Rabbit. The inspector that had to deal with Roger Rabbit, he almost lost his mind. Let alone an old lady who's barely hanging on to her mind by a thread. And I know they're playing patty cake every single night. However, tensions quickly arose when Jessica and Roger began to complain about the living conditions. Despite the generous hospitality offered to them, their dissatisfaction reached such a level that they suggested Lexi's mother be placed in a nursing home. By a fortunate coincidence, Lexi's mother took control of the situation and orchestrated a ruse that led to the intervention of social services. A ruse? Is she a cartoon? No adult human does a ruse. That is for 1920s burglars and Bugs Bunny. Lexi and Cameron's journey reflects the complexity of family relationships and the importance of setting boundaries, even in times of crisis. Through empathy, communication, and accountability, they overcame trials and reaffirmed their commitment to each other and their loved ones. What even happened here? I didn't get to learn what the in-laws did, nor did I get to learn what Lexi's mother did, which I fear might be worse. And there was no birthday dinner. This is so GBT because GBT will not actually write scenes. It'll write suggestions of scenes. That's a telltale sign that something was written by GBT. Also, this. Please feel free to let me know if you would like to make any additional changes or clarifications. They are so lazy that they left the GBT sentence in. They really are just copying, pasting. It was an unforgettable Simon Cowell and Son sing an adorably angelic version of Don't Stop Believing. Oh my god, the plastic surgery got to him. He is one step away from being a wax doll at Madame Tussauds. Horse keeps hugging pregnant woman. When doctor looks at ultrasound, he calls police. Ew, why is he so ripped? Why would I see this horse at the local Planet Fitness? And he would get the lung alarm sounded on him. Any horse owner will tell you that horses can sense things that humans cannot. Their sixth sense allows them to detect energies and emotions that escape our five senses. An Englishwoman, Jolene Jones, experienced this when she found out she was pregnant. She and her fiance were very happy, but they couldn't say the same about her horse. Her horse started behaving very strangely. They decided to go to the doctor just to be sure. What? I would not put two and two together. If my horse started acting strangely, I would think they are the one who needs to get checked out, not me. But when the doctor saw the ultrasound, he immediately called the police. Meanwhile, the pregnancy was going well. Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's going well, though. The doctor took the ultrasound. He didn't even speak to you first. He dialed 911 immediately. He breached doctor-patient confidentiality within 2 minutes of seeing your ultrasound. Jolene felt a sharp pain in her back. The pain was so intense that she could no longer walk, and Ricky rushed her to the hospital. The doctor told Jolene that she needed to get an ultrasound. When the doctor saw the ultrasound, he was in shock and had to call the police immediately. So they went to a second doctor, and he also called the police. And the article just doesn't tell you what they see. They're just like, yeah, he immediately called the police. It was pretty bad. Pretty gnarly. Jolene and Ricky had been together since they were 16. They moved in together and soon bought a horse named Keola. But their relationship wasn't perfect, like all relationships. There was always something that bothered Jolene. She and Ricky had been together for years, but he was still very secretive about his past. And this was beginning to worry Jolene more and more. And that's the end. It went into a completely different direction and then just cut itself off. It was like, you don't want to hear about that. It doesn't involve the horse. God, not again. then let's go to the next story. Bear refuses to let baby go. Ranger bursts into tears when he discovers why. Peter noticed the bear in the distance. Peter carefully approached and was startled to see the bear holding a baby. He tried his hardest to notify the police and other rangers, but his statements were taken seriously, which led to his suspension. They were taken seriously. So he went to the other rangers and said, "Hey guys, I just saw this black bear with a baby in its mouth. I think we should do something about that." Yeah, that sounds pretty serious, but I don't want to get anywhere near a black bear, so we're suspending you for bringing that to our attention. Peter asked his closest friend and fellow ranger, Jacob, for assistance in looking into the situation more thoroughly. The two discovered black bear footprints against all odds. I like the against all odds. They're rangers in a forest. The moment they started following the tracks, things got rather serious. After a heated confrontation with the bear. A heated confrontation with the bear? What did he say? "Hey bear, you got something to say? Say it to my face. I can't bear looking at your face. It's an ugly looking face. Peter, hold me back. Peter, hold me back right now." Jacob found himself in a dangerous circumstance, leaving Peter to pursue the bear to the cave where it had snatched the infant. As it became clear that the bear had been raising the youngster after the child's parents died in a tragic vehicle accident, the story grew even more complex. How did it become clear? The baby's got like a nursery, a pacifier, a bunch of wooden toys that the bear has carved out for it. In a tragic turn of events, Peter and his wife chose to adopt the child. That sounds like a good turn of events. I mean, I guess not for the bear. What intrigues me about this one is there's a video attached, and I was like, no way. No way this is the one that's like actually factual.
He saw the black bear, but the bear was carrying a baby.
Video is just more schlop. In fact, this whole YouTube channel is just fake AI stories. Let me know if in the future you would want me to do a sequel video where I just look at these fake fact channels. What's dubious about these pages is they're not implying that they're real, but they're not implying. Someone could go away from this really believing that there's a baby out there that was raised by a bear. They post a Simon Cowell one so much. Why couldn't they have just posted a real photo of Simon Cowell and his son? Why did they need AI to do that? All right, well, I guess I'll see what it is. I'm afraid I can't provide the full text of that specific performance as my training data only goes up until January 2022. However, I can help you imagine what such a performance might be like. Picture Simon Cowell, known for his stern critiques on talent shows, teaming up with his son to sing a rendition of Journey's classic Don't Stop Believing. They didn't even try to hide the GBT usage. This was a message of GBT saying, yeah, I can't do that one. And they put it up anyway. Also, I love GBT being like, I can help you to imagine it. Imagine Simon Cowell and his son singing Don't Stop Believing. How was that? Second grader wows audience with unexpectedly mature rendition of Johnny Cash classic. In the realm of extraordinary talents, a story often emerges that captures the hearts of many. Such is the case of a remarkable 1-year-old baby who has captured the attention of audiences around the world with his amazing musical abilities. 1-year-old thought it was a second grader. It is a spectacle that transcends the boundaries of age and leaves observers in awe of the wonders of human potential. That's a wonder, all right. How did this get 14 likes? This one is completely misleading. There's no second grader. There's no Johnny Cash. Also, why is the second grader in a veteran's outfit? I don't believe he's ever been to war. Oh my, they used a different photo this time, and I was just getting used to the other one. Can you at least stick to one nightmare fuel? You're producing so much nightmare fuel, it could fuel a nightmare bus. Man saves pennies for 45 years and rakes in a fortune. He walked in the bank with a dolly rolling along with him. The sound from the coins made everyone look at him instantly. Otha Anders, the coin master, was part of the Jackson School Board as a supervisor. This one I think is a real story because they give a legal name, a job, and also the first sentence is better written than anything I've seen so far. I don't believe he racked up a fortune though. Anders had a wife and kids, and they had a wife and kids. What happened to them? The penny obsession got to be too much. Yeah, now he has a fortune, but he lost what was truly valuable. Sit on your mound of pennies, coin master. They're all you have left. Anders believes that every penny he finds is a sign of God telling him to be grateful. On the days he didn't pray, he would almost always find a penny. Almost always. That doesn't prove anything. You could say that about anything. On the days I don't pray, I almost always sneeze. You know? According to him, that was the way God was telling him to be grateful. If God was giving me money every time I didn't pray, I would honestly take it as an incentive not to pray. In this economy, for 45 years, he stacked them in 5-gallon plastic water jugs. He guessed that he stacked hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay, manage your expectations, Anders. They're pennies. 100 of them is $1. You would need 1,000,000 pennies. Did you forget to pray 1,000,000 days? The total amount of pennies Anders had saved over 45 years was 5,136.14 cents. Who would have thought collecting pennies as a hobby could get an old car in 45 years? Not even a new car? Who would have thought that saving pennies for 45 years could afford you a rusty, musty, could break down on the highway and kill you car? So what does Anders decide to spend his fortune on? Does he get that old car? Does he get a new TV? Does he take a little trip? However, Anders spent his money to settle a dental bill. That's so depressing. He spent 45 years saving this up, and he spent it on a dental bill. That's how I know this story isn't written by GBT. It's too real. That was a living story. On that depressing note, that is the final story that I have for you guys. I do want to take a moment to welcome my new Kens. I cannot believe the response on the Gamer Girl video. I truly believed that no one else would remember that book, so reading all the comments about people's experiences with it was a delight. Thank you if you've decided to stick around. I hope you like what's to come. And if you've made it this far and you're not a Ken, please consider subscribing to join us. We are not AI, I promise you. Before I go, I just want to say today's my birthday. I'm turning 88, and also I lost both my pinkies in the war. I haven't received any wishes yet, and all I want for my birthday is for you to like and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the bell to get notified whenever I make an upload. And with that, Kens new and old, I hope you have a great beginning to your fall, and I will see you in the next one. All right, bye.